When we're alone,
Morning and welcome to Beyond's launch broadcast. My name is Misty Martinez and I will be your MC for this event. We have a message for you today that will disrupt the industry and what you thought you knew. You will hear first-hand testimonies from top field leaders, the mastermind behind CoinZoom, and also from Beyond's founders. You will learn about our innovative business approach, our simple processes, and our P5 method. Now, it's about to go down. Please welcome to the stage Beyond's founders, Travis, Jeff, and Jeremy, as they are about to announce the top 50 of the leaderboard in order of the Infinity Line.
Hey everybody, welcome. Today is the day. We're the founders here at Beyond. Check it out, guys.
Official launch.
We know you're as excited as we are about this. Jeff, Travis, let's tear this thing up.
Absolutely. What a great day. We have launched Beyond, and we couldn't be where we are today without each of you. So thank you for participating with us. Thank you for allowing us to take all of us, ourselves included, on this great journey.
We hope all of you guys enjoyed the leadership training yesterday. Today will be a day of history in the making. Today we will launch the Infinity Line. It will go live. Today you can log into your app. You'll see thousands of people already coming in below you. You can actually start sharing it today. But to start it all off, to go back to where this pre-launch started, we're going to debut right now the 001. Who will be number one in the Infinity Line?
Who is it?
We're going to roll the top 50 so you can see who the top 50 of the winners of the leaderboard were. We've been waiting to unveil this to you. Who's going to be 001 in that first Infinity Line, not for a day, not for a week, but forever.
For perpetuity.
Forever. We're locking it
Yeah.
in. Here
All
it
right,
goes.
guys, here we go. Incredible work.
Wow. Yeah.
We've said wow a lot, but you know what?
Sure.
Wow. You guys have crushed it here over the last several weeks of the effort and this final push to see those names, making it happen. Oh my goodness. Absolutely incredible. Well
Yeah.
done.
Congratulations to everyone who made it on the leaderboard, but what an incredible accomplishment for those of you that were a part of the top 50. Congratulations. And later today, you're going to see the fruits of your labor when
el mundo todo este acceso.
Sí, no sé qué pasó, se congestionó, no entiendo.
No sé, pero sí deberían de poner unos 5 canales diferentes, ¿no?
Sí, amigo, sí, pero bueno, entrémosle y no nos perdamos más de
to get extraordinary at anything. Now, I know that there are limits to our abilities, but I don't want people to focus on that. And the reason I don't want people to focus on where the edge of your ability is I think every human is far more likely to fall short of actuating all of their potential than they are to hit some sort of roadblock where it's like, well, if I'd been born with natural talent, then, I could have gone even farther. I think to get to the edge of your actual abilities is going to take a lifetime of going all out. So I think you are far better off playing the game as if you can develop greatness in any area rather than pulling back just because you weren't naturally gifted at that thing. So realizing that as the average human, you are the average ultimate adaptation machine, so that you have this tremendous ability to get better. And now I'm going to tell you the thing that my father-in-law told me, but at the time I rejected it because I didn't yet have what I call the only belief that matters. The only belief that matters is very simply the belief that you can get better, that you believe that your energy and efforts towards getting better will be rewarded with an improved skill set as you put that time in. Now, once you believe that, what it does is it aligns your behaviors. The whole goal of everything I'm ever going to say to people on topics like this is I'm trying to change your behavior. Once you think in the right way, then your behaviors will align with that, and then you've got a chance of really doing something extraordinary. But first, you have to believe that it's possible, because if you don't believe that it's possible, then you're not even going to try. So if you're sitting there and you want to be a better leader, but you believe that your talent and intelligence are fixed traits, then you won't put in the time and the energy to get better. So you have to believe you're the ultimate adaptation machine. Now, once you have that belief, then you can hear what my father-in-law told me that I rejected for 3 years, but then apologized, because I finally began to realize that what he had said was true. And what he told me was, Tom, listen, the secret to my success, because my father-in-law grew up in a tiny village on the small island of Cyprus. And when I say village, I mean village. There were a smattering of houses and maybe a couple hundred people. I mean, it was tiny, tiny, tiny where he grew up. And he said, going from there to ending up running one of the largest shipping companies in the world, he said the very thing that was the secret to his success was that he always went into a meeting more prepared than anybody else. So I want you guys as a leader to have the mantra, you do not need to be the smartest person in the room, but you better be the most prepared. And that's going to be a theme that gave me the chills. That's going to be a theme through this whole conversation, is realizing that there is just a level of intentionality, of focus, of energy, of drive, a relentless drive to get better that's going to separate people who want to lead from people who aren't able to lead. Because one of the things you have to do is actually be good. You've actually got to be so good that you can't be denied. Now, that's a concept from Steve Martin, and I love this idea. The world will bend to your will. People will follow you, but you have to be so good they can't ignore you. Think about leadership in the following way. Do not ever, 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 ever ask people to slow down so you can lead. Don't ask people to slow down so you can lead. You've got to be the right person to lead. You've got to be the person who's the most prepared. You've got to be the person that understands what's needed, has the ability to get the best out of your team. But you're only going to be able to do that if you can lead by example. Now, you've heard people say lead by example 1,000 times before, but what does it actually mean? What is the example that you have to set? I'm going to say that the example is really twofold. One, you've got to be willing to take the identity of the learner. Because if you're trying to be smarter than everybody else, you're setting yourself up in a super weak position. Nobody is always smarter than everybody else. There's going to be things you know about. There's going to be things somebody else knows about. And if you build your self-esteem and your very identity around being a learner rather than being smart or knowing more, you're going to build your identity around being the learner. Then you're going to do the things. You're going to learn all the things that you're going to need to be the most prepared. So be that sponge. Be the person who's always willing to take feedback. Like when my father-in-law told me to be the most prepared, I rejected that information where I should have been open and learning and hungering for the truth. And a desperate hunger for the truth is something we'll get into in a minute. But first and foremost, that's number one. You've got to have the identity of And number two, outwork everybody. If you do those two things, that is the kind of example that you want to set for people. That is the thing that's going to inspire people. And if you can, in fact, I'll throw it, lift other people up. If you're uplifting other people, then they want to follow you because you're outworking other people. You're not trying to be right. You're not trying to be right. You're trying to identify the right answer because you're the learner. Learners aren't obsessed with being right. They don't fight for stupid ideas just because they had them. They're always looking for the right idea, and they will celebrate whoever comes up with the right idea. The janitor, the EVP of sales, it doesn't matter. They just want the right answer because execution is what they're all about, because they're about skill set, because they want to be so good they can't be ignored. That is the loop of hungering for the truth, because you understand one thing. This may be the most important thing I'm going to say in this talk. I think about this a lot. If I say something more important in a minute, forgive me. But this is super critical for life. Skills have utility. You wield a skill the way that you wield a tool. You don't go to college so that you can get a better job because they're looking at your resume and they can see that you went to college. You don't read a book to put it on your bookshelf or to tick a box. You don't learn a new skill so that you can look cool in front of other people. You learn a skill because it lets you do things other people can't do. The easiest way to explain it is an architect learns how to build a bridge so they can actually connect two spaces. And the fact that it doesn't fall down is a testament to what they have learned. It's extraordinary. And when you think about your ability to actually manipulate the world around you by learning things, about how it works, about how to influence things, then you begin to realize how that cycle of being the learner and outworking people, what it's doing is it's giving you an unparalleled skill set. And that is the goal. That's why I always tell people, if you want to lead, you have got to have a ravenous hunger